Hi, families. I wanted to welcome you to our virtual back to school night. We're doing it before school starts because I just wanted to set up the expectations for the students and to show you what we're expecting out of them. And also, I wanted to give you some ways to help your child be as successful as they can be. Again, my name is Allie Chon, and I am in charge of the LEV second grade class at Nob Hill Elementary. I'm really excited to go on this adventure with you and to be working with your families. I have a feeling we're going to be learning a lot this year, but as long as we're working together and staying positive, I think it will be a really good experience. So, a little bit about me. This will be my ninth year teaching and my seventh year teaching second grade. I have experience teaching kindergarten, a reading intervention, and English overseas. I actually taught English in Austria, Slovakia, and Czech Republic right out of school when I got my credential. I just grew up over the hill in Encinitas. I used to come to San Marcos a lot when I was younger, and now we actually live in San Marcos, so we love San Marcos. I went to college at Cal State Channel Islands up in Camarillo, and teaching and traveling are like my two favorite things to do in this world. We haven't been able to travel because of COVID, but we hope to get back to it once things get back to normal. This is a picture of my husband and I and my son in Turkey last summer in Istanbul. My son's almost 2 now, so he looks a little different than there, but it was still a cute picture. And my last interesting fact is second grade is my dream grade. I love second grade, just their age and their curriculum. I just love it. So for the first 2 weeks, our schedule starts at 8:30 and ends at 10:10. The kids need to be online promptly at 8:30. I'm taking roll then, so if they're not there, I have to mark them absent. Of course, this first week or two, I'll be flexible and give them some extra time, but I want them to really start getting in the habit of getting on there at 8:30. Even if you just want to like set a timer for 8:25, just so they're on there a few minutes early, that would be great. It's hard if they're late because I'm going to be giving like directions for the day or assignments or information that they're going to need. And so if they're late, they're missing that. And since we're not in person, it's harder for me to like catch them up because then I'm just going to be rolling into the next lesson or the next activity. So I'm not going to have the time to sit there and be like, okay, this is what you're doing. This is what you missed. So please, please make them be on time. And then as far as attendance go, like say you're late one morning, but you show up for the rest of the day, I can change the attendance saying they're present. And the same goes like if they show up at 8:30, but I don't see them the rest of the day, then I have to mark them absent. It's a new attendance policy. As you can see, our schedule for the first 2 weeks are broken up into 20-minute increments. So our goal is to have like 20 minutes live, 20 minutes off, so they get a break from the computer, so they're not just glued to the screen the whole time. The first week, it's not going to be as consistent as I would like just because I have so much to introduce to them. I think I'm just going to have them keep the Zoom meeting open the whole time the first week so I don't have to worry about them logging off and back on to save us some time. And then for the first 2 weeks, we have a 10-minute break from 9:20 to 9:30. And then, of course, our day ends at 10:10. So our class schedule looks like this. You can see right here on the right. I will be posting our class schedule every day on our class website. So if you click here at our schedule, it will take you to our class website. You'll notice at the top there's home. I'm on daily lessons. So if you scroll down to Tuesday and you click on it, you will see our class schedule. You can either click on it and open it in Google Docs, or you can just view it on the web page, your choice. You'll notice I am putting this supplies that they will need for the day. So for the first day of school, they'll need pencil, paper, and something to color with. You'll also notice that I put a before school start schedule too. It's really important that we get them on a routine, and I want them dressed and ready like they would normally be for school. And then as you scroll down, you'll notice that I put links into the schedule. So my hope is that we can train them and they can get good enough where they can just look at the schedule and click the links as we go. Right now, I only have Zoom, but eventually I'm going to have Google Classroom or Seesaw or Clever. So if they can just get used to clicking the links, that would be wonderful. You can also see there's homework. We're doing show and tell the first week. There's homework that I'll sometimes post at the bottom, but it's very general just so you and the kids can kind of get an idea. Sometimes I will be posting assignments on here too. Please do not let your child do the assignments early. So don't look at like Wednesday and start working on Wednesday's assignments, because before they start the assignment, I'm going to introduce it. I'm going to teach them something about it, and I'm going to have clear expectations of what I want. So I do not want them working ahead. If you're going to be out of town or something like that, talk to me. We can work something out. But please do not let them work ahead. Also, while we're talking about school supplies, our schools should be getting in school supplies and math manipulatives soon. So as soon as we get those, I will contact you and let you know so you can drive to school and pick them up. We'll do like a drive-through service. So you can see there's the different lessons, and you can click and go into Wednesday, and you can see Wednesday's lesson. And this is where it's going to be posted. This is going to be our home base. So please maybe bookmark this website so it's easier for the kids to find. The link is at the bottom. I would just bookmark the homepage because you'll see there's different special announcements, and there's some information about myself, some class information, and calendar, tech help, contacts, all that fun stuff. Okay, moving on. Next, student expectations. So boys and girls, every morning you need to wake up on time. You need to eat breakfast, get dressed, brush your teeth, and brush your hair. You need to organize your workstation, and you need to make sure your Chromebook is set up and all the school supplies you need for the day are set up. You need to find a space that will not distract you. So in front of the TV, not a good choice. Or in your bed, not a good choice. It needs to be at a table or a desk where you can sit and you can easily write, okay? When we are on Zoom, these are some of the expectations I have. You need to mute your microphone when you log into Zoom because I will be doing a lot of the talking, and then once I need you to talk, I'll have you raise your hand and then you can unmute yourself to talk. If everybody's talking at the same time, I can't hear. So you need to mute yourself. If you want to speak, you can either raise your hand on the screen or you can click the raise your hand button. I will show you how to do that. And while you're on there, you need to be using appropriate language, so no bad words. You need to be saying only kind things, and I need to hear lots of pleases and thank yous. You are going to be responsible by bringing the materials you need. So your Chromebook needs to be charged. You need to have it open to the screens that I want it open to. If I told you to bring school supplies, you need to have them ready right next to your computer for me. I expect you to complete all your work. So if I give you like 20 minutes to do your work and you don't finish, then when we're done with the day, you can go back and finish your work, okay? You also need to be focusing on me. I need you to be listening to what I'm saying. I need you to be looking at me. I can tell if you're looking at other things around the room or if you're playing with something. So please make sure you're focused on me. You also need to be on time. You need to be there right at 8:30, or if we're having another live meeting, you need to be on time, because if you're not, you're going to miss out on important information that I might not be able to catch you up on. So being on time is very important. You need to find a quiet workspace like we talked about. And our last one is during our break, I want you to go to the bathroom. I want you to get a drink of water, and I want you to eat a healthy snack if you're hungry. So Takis, not the best choice, right? Like you want to eat an apple or some type of fruit or like a healthier snack like Pirate's Booty or something like that because that helps your brain grow, okay? And then our next slide is for moms and dads. So with setting up distance learning, we want to start off right from the start. So we really want to establish routines. I notice my students thrive off routines. If I throw off the routine in the classroom, I know to expect not so great behavior because I'm throwing off the routine and what's comfortable for them. So I want you to establish a normal schedule that includes the school day. So Monday through Friday, it's like you wake up at this time, eat breakfast at this time, you start school at this time. During recess time, you go and play outside in the backyard. And then after school, if you get all your schoolwork done, then you can play and do your video games or whatever they like to do at home. Also, if you have any special rules for the digital devices you have at home. So maybe you have a special rule about the Chromebook or where you want the Chromebook plugged in or charged or anything like that. Please write them down for your students so they know the rules that you have for your home and just lay out clear expectations. And then every night, please remind your student to plug in their Chromebook just so we don't have to worry about it dying the next day. Also, the Chromebooks from school, you need to actually shut them down every day because then they update. If you leave them on and you don't continuously shut them down every day, they start glitching. So fair warning. Setting up a learning space. So you need to find a place in your home for your child to work, whether it's a kitchen table, it's a desk in their room. Some people I noticed were Googling workspaces and getting like kind of like a poster board, cardboard, like a little office setup, kind of like a little cubicle to help their kids stay focused. Also, somewhere like away from the TV or electronics that would distract them would be good. They need to have their materials close by. So you can see in this picture, this little boy has like all his materials in a little bin right next to his computer and his work. I thought this was a great setup. Down here, this little girl, she's working in her room with her desk and everything's organized and it's really, the space is clear, so it's easy for them to work and not too distracting. You can also post their schedule each day. If you have a printer, you can print out our schedule. I post online. If not, you can start teaching your child how to use tabs in Google Chrome so they can have the schedule open so they can refer to it so they know what we're doing. And please remember that when they're live, excessive noise in the background is hard. So have them in a quiet place where there's not like a TV or other kids playing or anything like that. And please make sure that in the background there's nothing inappropriate. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But yeah, just make sure everything is school appropriate. Students do the work. This is a hard one. Even as a teacher, it's hard sometimes. We do not expect moms and dads to stay with their child the whole day, but I expect you to be close. So if they need help, you can help them. By helping them, do not do the work for them. If they can't figure out something online or how to get somewhere online, please do it with them. So for example, like if they are having a hard time logging onto Zoom, you stand behind them and tell them what to click and point to it so then they're practicing doing it. And then once they do it once, X out and then have them do it by themselves because we want them to become independent so they don't have to bother you as much for help. And this is our new school, so they need to learn how to do it. So please encourage your children and support them. Do not do the work for them. Obviously, when I see the work, I can tell their levels and if it's child done or adult done. So I know it's really tempting to want them to turn in something that's perfect and correct. But please let me do that. I'll correct them because that's how they're going to learn. So you can like kind of prompt them and ask them questions like, oh, look at this sentence. Like, I feel like there's something missing. Oh, they're missing a period. And I want them to start recognizing it. So I know it's really hard, but please do not do your work for your child. So we expect you to help with technical issues. The first 2 weeks are going to be a little challenging, and I'm going to need your help the most those first 2 weeks while they're learning how to use Seesaw and Google Classroom and our class website and Zoom and Clever, and it's a lot. So I'm going to need your help with that, and I'm also going to need your help with possibly like bookmarking the website so it's easy for them to get to without you. So that would be helpful, and also using tabs in Google Chrome. I'm really going to need help with that. And we expect the students to struggle, especially at first, like even in the classroom. The first few weeks, a lot of the kids really do struggle, but they always end up rising to the challenge, and you'll be shocked at what they can do. So it's okay if they're struggling a little bit. If they're having a really, really rough time, please let me know. I want to help. I don't want them upset. But independence, it takes practice and it takes time, and it's not easy at first. So just give it some time, and the struggle's real, but it's good. Also, check in with your child. So in the mornings before we log on for our class meeting, ask them, do they have everything they need? Do they have any assessments today? Where are they going to do their work when they're off the screen, when they're doing independent work time? They're more than welcome to switch up the scenery. I had some kids last year that would go outside on the patio and do their work versus being inside the house. They're more than welcome to do that, especially in independent time. Like if they want to sit on the rug or the couch and they can still get their work done and it's neat, they are welcome to do that. You will notice the second week that we're doing a lot of assessments, and it's going to be really hard for a lot of kids, especially with them missing 3 months of school at the end of the school year. And just in general, they're normally hard for second graders at the beginning of the school year. So please do not help on assessments. I just can't get a good read if you are helping, because then I'll put them in a group that's higher than what they're supposed to be, or vice versa. So please let the kids do it all on their own. They're actually not even supposed to have help with you reading the questions. In second grade for reading tests, we're no longer allowed to read the questions for them. They have to read the questions and answer them on their own. So I know it's hard, but don't help them. It's okay if they get a low score. We're expecting that. I just need to know the correct jumping off point to help them best. And then also when they're done with class, ask them, did you get all your assignments done today? If they didn't, please help them complete them, or sit down with them and kind of go over and help them brainstorm what they're working on so they can complete it. If they need a break, they can take a break and do it later. That's fine. Ask them, was it hard? Like, what did you struggle with? Or what was your favorite thing you did today? And then the last question, what can you do better tomorrow? What was something that was hard today, but we can work on and do better tomorrow? And then parent support. So this is kind of what we're expecting from moms and dads. So before the class meeting starts, just getting your child up, fed, dressed, and at school on time. Make sure your child has all the school materials ready when it starts. I mean, ideally, we want the kids doing this, but at the beginning, we're going to need a lot of parent help. And help them log in. Like if it's their first time, please be there to walk them through step by step. Remember, don't do it for them, just help them. During the meeting, you just need to be close by, especially the first 2 weeks if they need technical help. Just remember the camera and microphone's on in your house. Plug in your computer each night. And then after our meeting, set up times for them to go out and exercise and go out and play because they're going to be sitting a lot and they need that physical movement and break. And please make sure your child turns in all their work. So at the end of each day, just have your child show you what they did and where they turned it in, just to make sure that it's all done. If they're having a really, really hard time, I will be setting up office hours so they can contact me and we can set up a time to talk. And lastly, once we kind of get more into this, I'm going to be setting up certain times where certain groups have to meet with me based on their levels. So just looking at the schedule on our class webpage and seeing when your child has to be live on Zoom. So what to expect the first 2 weeks? The first 2 weeks, we are going to be working on classroom norms. So that's like, what do I expect you to be doing? How do I expect you to be acting? What rules are we going to be following while we're doing virtual learning? Same as what we do in a normal classroom. We're also going to be working on building classroom community. So they need to get to know me and I need to get to know them. And I also want them to learn more about their classmates to kind of bring us closer so we feel like we're a part of a community. I really need to get the kids to trust me so I can help them learn. And then technology, the first 2 weeks, we are mostly going to be learning how to use the technology and where to access the links and how to sign in and all the different features that the different programs have. We're going to be learning how to use Seesaw, which is our newest one. I feel like the kids are going to love that. And then assessments. The second week, we're going to be doing diagnostic tests where it's all computerized and they're going to take the test so I can see their different levels so I can put them in leveled reading and math groups. After these 2 weeks, you can expect us to start learning new units. So like our first unit of ELA and math, we will not be doing them the first 2 weeks because I just need to make sure that they have their computer skills down before I can start teaching them. And then we will also be doing starting our LEVS program after those first 2 weeks. I want to be honest and open with you. We have not had training on what exactly we're doing yet. I have my first LEVS meeting tomorrow after school, so I'm hoping to get some more information. I have done Genius Hour and project-based lessons in my classroom, but not online, so I'm hoping to learn what that's going to look like. So I don't have a lot of answers about LEVS right now, but once I know more, I will let you know more, especially after these first 2 weeks. Contact. So right now, the best way to contact me is through email. Once we get the kids up and running on Seesaw, I'm going to be using Seesaw a lot to contact you. You can always call me at school. I'm going to be working at school on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We are a dual income family also, and my husband and I both work. So Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, I'm going to be working from my home because I need to help watch my toddler. Don't worry, I'll keep him out of the video chats. But just so you're aware, I'll be working from home those days. So it's Wednesdays and Thursdays. You can call me at school. If you want me to call you, that's not a problem. Just send me an email and a good time, and I'll call you from my own personal cell phone. Since it is my own personal phone, can you guys please keep it personal? I use it to call you, but I just want to kind of turn work off when I'm not at work and then it on when I am. So I'll call you. I can also meet you and do a Zoom meeting. Just tell me good time and day and we can set up a Zoom meeting, no problem. And then also I'm going to be putting a lot of information on our webpage. I know I showed it to you earlier, but I wanted to show you like our class announcements are always going to be up here. If you scroll down, you can click on our calendar and I'm going to put like when assignments and things are due. Right now it just like has the kids' birthdays and different holidays and events that we have off. But as time goes, I'll add different assignments and projects that are due on there. Also, right here where it says Tech Help, if you click on this, you'll notice that there's a whole bunch of documents and videos and how-tos for different programs. So if you're struggling or having a hard time, you can go on here so you can help your child. So this is the Chromebook fact sheet that was sent home with the Chromebooks. There's Zoom directions here for students and parents. There's a video showing the kids how to log on to their Google accounts. And right here, this is the SMUSD Technology tutorial website. So if you click on it, it will take you to it, and it's done by program. So like if you need help with Zoom, you can click on Zoom, and there's videos on Zoom, Google tutorials. You can scroll down and there's like, oh, it's right here. And there's Google Drive and Google Docs. So please check that out. I'm sorry, this is such a long video. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. And if not, please email me. I'd be happy to help. And I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye, guys.